Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great Friday, and thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today on the channel, we're finally unboxing the cartoon collection, or the Filmation style version of MER-MAN, the Ocean Warlord. I did finally get my second version of him, but first we'll do a little recap of the figure and the packaging. We'll look at the beautiful artwork he comes with. Then we'll fully unbox him. We'll look at the comic he comes with, all his really cool items he comes with from the Filmation cartoon. Of course, we'll compare this version of MER-MAN to his standard look from Origins, and his Lords of Power look as well. All right, and of course, thanks to Pixel Dan and Dark Horse Comics, we'll compare this Filmation style MER-MAN to the Super 7 version that came out a couple years ago. All right, and just have a lot of fun. All right. So here we go. All right, so you have the 80s Adventures logo right there. You have He-Man, the Master Universe logo that's from the Filmation cartoon. Beautiful purplish blue sky. A little warning right there, just choking hazard, unfortunately. So you have MER-MAN, the Ocean Warlord, and you have the really cool Filmation style version of Grayskull in the background. And there's old MER-MAN right there. Very, very cool. Looks like right out of the Filmation cartoon. Very cool. Alright. Alright. You have the cartoon collection logo right there. Alright. Around the back. Once again, some gorgeous artwork right there from a scene from the Filmation cartoon called The City Beneath the Sea, where he has captured He-Man and Man-at-Arms and Battle-Cat using the Pearl of Power. There he is. With his trident weapon right there. And for the first time, he does not have his famous corncob sword, Of course, there's the cross-sell, once again, of the other figures that we have unboxed, from Tila to Trapjaw and Stratos on the channel. Alright. So now it's MER-MAN's turn. Alright. Let's go, without further ado, let's go ahead and get him unboxed. Alright. Alright, boom. My knife here. Where's my knife at? Get my knife here. A little bit of cutting. There we go. Alright. So, here he is. Out of the packaging right there. Very cool. And we've gotten so many different variants or versions of MER-MAN, and I'm loving it, Of course, we're also going to be getting very soon the Walmart exclusive, and I'm looking forward to, to that one as well, of the Turtles of Grayskull version of MER-MAN. I think he has a really cool look in that version. That transparent, very cool bluish look of him, and he can transform to like a snake, I believe. That tail, but very cool. But there's MER-MAN from the cartoon collection. All right, you can see the trident right there. Alright, so give me a second. I'll go ahead and pop him out of the... In fact, let me get his little... One of these things you gotta be extremely careful is his pearl thing here. You can probably lose it, loses very easily, so be very careful. Has a really cool, so you can see on the camera, glitter. Like a nice, really cool, shiny glitter look to it. I don't know if the camera's showing that to you guys. I'm sorry, turn the light on. Maybe I'll help it out. Hang on. You can see the reflection in the pearl. It's got this really cool glitter effect on the pearl here. It looks really nice. Really cool. Alright, let me go ahead and put that off to the side. So I got to be extremely careful about this, so I don't lose it. Alright. Alright, go ahead. Let's get old MER-MAN popped out of the packaging here, guys, real fast. Hang on. Alright, here's his other weapon right here. This trident, spear. Looks really, really cool. Now, I can't remember the other item and it was from the Filmation cartoon, classic cartoon, where Tila, was trying to discover who her family was. And of course, it was the first time we found out in Filmation that the sorceress, is Tila's mother, and it was a heavy in MER-MAN as well. And he had that really cool spear with that jewel in the middle, that red jewel. If anybody could tell me that name of that really cool item, that weapon he had, that would be great, guys. This kind of reminds me of that in a way, somewhat, but I know it's not totally that. But if you can let me know in the comments below, I hope the Filmation cartoon I'm talking about. It was the one where Tila was trying to discover her, who her family is, and of course we found out that the sorceress is in fact her mother. And it was, like I said, it was very heavily set in with the MER-MAN in that episode, and he had that cool little spear weapon, that gray spear with that red jewel in the middle. Let me know in the comments below what that name, if there was a name for that weapon. But this right here looks really cool, as far as weapons are concerned. No corncob sword, unfortunately. All right. And here's MER-MAN right here. Very cool. And I love the skin tone. I love the different, colored green, almost like a bluish green look to him. All right here. Of course, real fast. Now the comic is the same comic that we just looked at with Stratos. Here it is once again. Of course, once again, gorgeous artwork, beautiful, great read, fun, really, really cool. I'm kind of curious if they're going to do a cartoon collection version of Orko and how he would look like that, I mean, they have to. I mean, all right. And of course, the cross-sell of the cartoon collection figures. All right. So, now I'm curious also about how he's supposed to hold, that's kind of weird. How are you supposed to hold the pearl of power, I guess like this. All right, like that, I guess. That's pretty cool. But that's the only way. I mean, he's not gripping it, It's pretty much laying on the, on the palm of his hand. So that's the only way you're going to be able to do that, is hold his hand like this to hold the pearl of power. So any slightly movement, if you bump into, if you have him loose in your collection, if you bump into him or something, or maybe another figure falls into him, then unfortunately the pearl right here will fall off, which I don't like, because you can lose it very easily. All right. Let me make sure real fast. Yeah, he's not come with any extra hands, unfortunately. So you got to be extremely careful when you're holding the pearl of power in his hands. Try to keep him away from other figures, I guess, because a slight bump. Well, I'm trying to bump it right now. It's holding. Yeah, see right there. So I mean, so be very careful when you get this version of MER-MAN in your collection right here. All right. So now for fun, and I already have him spinning on the turntable. Oops. Hang on, guys. Give me 1 second. I dropped my vintage MER-MAN. All right. As you can see, I have both versions of MER-MAN on the turntable here. His vintage style origins, or the 80s look of, that's from MER-MAN. And also for fun too, guys, I did bring out my 80s style MER-MAN right there. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get him to stand. Oh, there you go. So all kind of a little tribute to MER-MAN from his 80s look to his cartoon collection right there. Very cool. To his, I guess, his original origins look as well. Very, very cool. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a loose version of of any of the Lords of Power MER-MAN, unfortunately. So I do have my loose, my packaged version of the Lords of Power MER-MAN right here. I guess in a way, well, I was gonna put that on the turntable, but I think that'd be kind of weird. But you can see me pause the turntable real fast. You can see this similar styles in a way, I guess. I mean, not much of MER-MAN, because MER-MAN has got so many different looks, and over the years. And like I said, I am digging the Filmation style cartoon collection, origins figures. Now with the cartoon collection version, like the Lords of Power version, they both share those yellow gloves right there. and the like the yellow boots as well in a way. But you know, in a way, the face reminds me more of the vintage style '80s look. To me, get that out of the way real fast. Put these next to each other. And I have that corncob sword right there. So, I mean, for fun, too, I mean, you can get these heads up here close. Whoop. See that slightly little bump right there, and that pearl of power fell off the figure here. So you got to be very careful about that, all right? Hopefully it stays on there. Look at the differences. I mean, that's crazy. Like, the face sculpts right there, you know? And I never understood why, Mattel did that, I mean, this is the style of MER-MAN that we, grew up on watching on Filmation. And that's totally different from the, the Mattel version that we got. Crazy. But, I mean, all versions have that yellow shield right there, or armor as well. But like I said, you can see the height differences too. With these versions of MER-MAN, with MER-MAN here from because we know the cartoon collection is about a ½ an inch taller than the standard Origins look. Got more muscle definitions right there from the previous Origins line. And because like the one thing about Origins, as we all know, you can mix and match, you can change out, you can customize. Make your own version of MER-MAN if you wish. But I gotta say, out of all three versions of MER-MAN right now, I am really liking the cartoon collection version of him. All right. Now for fun too, guys. Since we have so many versions of MER-MAN, I'm gonna put the pearl power down. All right. I'm gonna take his trident off right here. Oops. Now, if you wish, you can always put that I think you can. Let's see if that works. You can put that corncob sword in his hand if you want to have that more of that, that original feel or look, I guess, with the corncob sword in this cartoon collection version of MER-MAN. If you want to do that, or if you want to put that trident, in this version of MER-MAN, you can do that as well. Pretty cool. And also, this MER-MAN also has a open palm. And you can see if you can put the pearl power right there. So if you do prefer this version of MER-MAN over the cartoon collection, you can do that, And also for fun, let's go ahead. Now, if you just saw there that this weapon here fell out pretty easily, okay? It's a little bit, it stays in okay, but it is a little bit loose. But also for fun, let's go ahead and pop, the head off of the vintage style MER-MAN and go ahead and change out the cartoon collection and just try for fun. You can see there's different skin tone, but if you do prefer this body shape and stuff like that, you can do. I mean, you can see the different skin tone of both versions with the head and the body of the cartoon collection. I think. Oh, you know what? Let me turn the light off. Maybe it'll help. So, of course, the Filmation style has a much lighter tone, blue tone, on the MER-MAN than the classic or vintage Origins MER-MAN. All right, it's got a more of a darker green look. Let's see if I can show you this on the Filmation style. So you want to switch out the heads right there. There you go. That looks pretty cool too. I mean, both versions are cool. But I have to say, out of the three right now, the Filmation style is my favorite right now. Until we look at that Turtles of Grayskull version of MER-MAN. All right. Pop these back on. A little swiperoo. Right there. Snaps on. Like that. So let me know in the comments below which MER-MAN you prefer, out of all three right now that have come out so far. Minus, of course, the Turtles of Grayskull version. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. A second. Alright, guys, I think we're good now. And also, I forgot to show you this, but, oops. But, like all the Origins figures, they come with this cool diagram, of course. We've seen it before. For all the parts that are removable from the figure. safely without damaging the figure right there. The head, the arms, the feet, you know, the waist, the torso right there. All right. Now I did promise to look at the Super 7 version of the Filmation style Merman, and this is the spirit. This is the weapon I was talking about right here. So here is came out in 2019. And this weapon right here, all right, with the pearl right here, and the like that ruby jewel in the middle right there. And you can see in the where is that? Right there, you can see it's like right out of that Filmation cartoon. Looks like you got Tila right there, and you got Zor flying above him. So if you let me know the weapon here, I think that's always been a really cool weapon that they could have used, you know, in the Filmation style cartoon collection, you know. Now the Pearl Pirate, like I said, it's pretty cool, but you know, it looks like it can be lost very easily. And this version of Merman has more like a dark blue tone to him, kind of similar in a way of the cartoon collection version. All right, there he is, side to side and front to back, really cool. All right, unfortunately my version of Merman just fell off. So yeah, so that's the one downside, you know, is the fact that they gave you an item, a very cool, beautiful item. Like I said, it does sparkle, it looks really cool, it glitters. But unfortunately, you know, there's no way to really hold the you know, the item in its hands, you know, without, like I said, if you bump into the figure or the figure falls over, you know, you're gonna have this particular item fall off. You know, it's a very small item too. But very cool. I love the look. You know, I'm kind of curious about the ears. You know, if not really pliable, not flexible. They're kind of stiff. All right, they have some movement. You know, but very cool. And I guess in a way too, I just noticed something. You know, when we did that build a figure, that build a Lord Grass figure. As you can see, Mer-Man right here has those bright orange trunks right there. So if you do want to build a Lord Grass figure, and you know, if you want to use the Mer-Man trunks, you know, you can do that, I guess. All right. So give me 1 second, guys. All right, guys. All right, I kind of like turned my light on my turntable here, and I got the other version of Mer-Man from this vintage Mer-Man packaging next to his Lords of Power in a way. Of course, there was another Mer-Man that came out not too long ago. We did that fan favorite version of Mer-Man from Origins. Of course, that version of Mer-Man, it's the same exact Mer-Man right here. There's no differences of this between both Mer-Mans. It's just the packaging is slightly different, you know. But there's all three right there, or all, yeah, versions of Mer-Man that we have in the collection. I do have my vintage style 80s version right here. Oh, I don't think you can get him to stand here. So if I can get him back to back here, I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna, unfortunately, he's gonna topple over, unfortunately. But very cool. Alright. Also for fun too, guys, it's been a minute, but I did grab a Funko Pop. You know, Mer-Man, like I said, he's very popular with Origins, Masterverse, even CGI. Even the CGI version of Mer-Man is pretty cool. And there was also 3 different versions of Mer-Man that came out from Funko Pop. And I just grabbed one because it kind of has that same, you know, has the pitchfork right there, kind of in a way, of the cartoon collection. It's got that bluish greenish tone right there. But of course, there's 2 other versions of Mer-Man. You had the one with the corncob sword, and that other spear, the one I just showed you from Super 7 as well, from Funko Pops. But there he is. And I just grabbed one of them. This was a Funko Pop exclusive Mer-Man. Right there he is. Cross cell. And you can see right there in the you see the Mer-Man with the corncob sword right there. It's got that more of that greenish, like original look to him, skin tone. This is kind of more of a bluish skin tone. Kind of reminds me of the cartoon collection version. All right, but very cool, very cool. I'm very pleased. Like I said, I think that they're nailing it. Personally, I think they're really nailing the look of these cartoon collection versions of these figures here, and I cannot wait to get more like Evelyn and Webster is coming very soon to the channel. We have Clawful and Spikor coming, but I'm looking forward to who else is going to be coming in the Filmation style cartoon collection. Like I said, Orko and Fisto and Manny Faces, you know, Buzz Off, you know, and more figures from Skeleton. I want to get Triclops. That's the one I'm looking forward to. I want to try like a cartoon collection version of Triclops and Whiplash, you know, to the collection. You know, I think that'd be amazing. All right. But there you go. There is a look right there of the cartoon collection version of MER-MAN. A very cool figure. The only thing I have, like I said, the only thing I have a problem with is that Pearl of Power. You know, look at the back of his packaging, just in case I'm doing something wrong here. Okay, so in the packaging, he's holding it with both hands, I guess. All right. All right. But this version is pretty cool too, I guess. Just got to be very careful so you won't knock it off. And there's no way to secure the figure or the pearl, oops, in his hand without it, you know, falling out. All right. But there you go, guys. There's a look at the cartoon collection version of MER-MAN. All right. Now I'd like to take the time now, of course, to thank my subscribers. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you made it this far in the video and have not subscribed, please subscribe, guys. I love talking with you guys. All things Masters of the Universe, like the cartoon collection here, to the Vintage Origins line as well, to the Masterverse, which has a variety of great figures as well, to the Turtles of Grayskull, to the CGI line as well. Hit that like button, and thank you for doing that, everybody. It helps my channel to get out there to grow for more people who love this amazing product like we do. Hopefully to watch my videos and subscribe. So thank you so much for doing that. Hitting that like button means a lot to me. So thank you so much for doing that. And hit that notification bell when you know I'll upload new videos. Now, originally today, I was going to grab every version that I have of He-Man and Skeletor from Masterverse. And we're going to look at everyone, like, you know, over the years. You know, I have, of course, the Skeletor and He-Man from New Adventures. You know, we can look at. We have the CGI versions of He-Man and Skeletor. You know, you can see the overall looks and the different styles of He-Man over the years and Skeletor over the year from Masterverse. You have of course, the Savage He-Man and the from Revelation, and you have also the Skelegod figure as well. And there's some He-Mans and Skeletors I don't even have loose in my collection yet. You know, because we have the new Eternia versions of He-Man and Skeletor. So I thought, you know, it'd be kind of fun to do a variety of different He-Mans and Skeletors together. You know, to look at. You know, have some fun with that. All right. So I hope you stay tuned for that. Of course, always share this video who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe, like the Origins line here, which is the cartoon collection, to the Vintage line, to the Turtles of Grayskull, to even the 80s line right there with that really cool. I really missed that really cool action call out, you know, that spring-loaded call out right there. You have 2000X, you have Mondo and Funko and Princess of Power, and, you know, classics, and what else? CGI and Masterverse. And the Masters of the WWE Universe and Turtles of Grayskull. You name it, guys. I mean, this amazing brand here. And I do hope, and I also hope you were able to, you know, pre-order your Extendar figure from Origins. Mine has already been shipped. That's great. So hopefully very soon on the channel we'll be doing a review on him. All right. So, guys, I hope you guys have a great Friday. All right. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. Take care, guys, and always have a good one.